here with the press review, and she's starting with the Australian front pages.
Yes, as you can imagine, it's all over the Australian front pages. So let's have a look first at the Courier Mail. They have this quite dramatic front page. Today, childhood will be rebooted, which sounds a little bit like they're switching children off and on again. But their subheading here says, this will unshackle our kids from an online world they are not old enough to handle. Let them just be kids. And let them just be kids is the tagline of this social media ban campaign. And it comes back a lot in the coverage. Let's have a look at the Herald Sun here. Well, it's their main headline, along with a picture of these children sitting on rocks. Similar scenes in the Daily Telegraph here. It's great to be a kid again. Now, all of these front pages carry the logo of the campaign, and importantly, all of the papers that I pointed out are Rupert Murdoch-owned newspapers. Now, Murdoch, or more specifically his company News Corp, has been one of the main backers of the Let Them Be Kids campaign since it launched in May 2024. Now, independent news site Deep Cut is incredibly critical of his involvement in their campaign. It says that the reason News Corp lobbied for the ban is driven by an animosity for tech giants. This article quotes media experts who say that Murdoch and News Corp are, quote, attempting to claw back some of their lost advertising revenue.
And as that ban comes into effect, some teens are trying to find a way around the restrictions.
Yes, exactly. The Sydney Morning Herald is talking about some of the pesky ways these teenagers are getting around it here. Teens plot workarounds as social media ban begins. The article looks at some of the challenges that lie ahead of the ban, be it pesky teens or legal teams. 2 legal challenges have already been launched in the Australian High Court. Meanwhile, the Singaporean newspaper, the Straits Times here, is looking at social media apps that have surged in the last few days. Lemon 8, for instance, a photo and video sharing app powered by TikTok, actually, is currently the most downloaded free app on the Apple App Store. Now, this article says that the ban's efficiency will be put to the test. Meanwhile, in the UK, The Independent here is looking at a different way that this ban could be effective. It says that seeing social media as boring could be a better way of getting teenagers off their phones. A new posting zero trend is the latest example of how social media is losing in popularity. Time spent on social media peaked in 2022 and has since decreased by 10%. And finally, on this, The Guardian has a cartoon suggesting that maybe teenagers aren't the only ones with a screen addiction problem, and that adults should also check their issues out as well.
That's not me at all. Quick change, Emily. You found some good news you want to bring to our attention.
Yes, some very good news. The winner of this year's Turner Prize has been announced, Nina Curlew, and she's the first person with a learning disability to win the prestigious prize. The 59-year-old Scottish artist known for her big, colourful sculptures. For the Times, her win represents the, quote, erasure of a border that had not been conscious enough between neurotypical and neurodiverse artists. The Guardian also praising her today in this article here, her embodied and sensuous art. We can have a look at some of her sculptures here that have been shown across the world. If you want some wholesome content for the day, I recommend that you go and watch her acceptance speech as well as her artistic facilitators' comments afterwards. It's probably one of the most heartwarming bits of video that I've seen in a very long time.
Oh, very, very sweet. Finally, Emily, you got some animal news.
Yes, let's go to Les Echos today. They have this article on a WWF report that says that populations of protected species have increased by 120% since 1990. Now, evidence that conservation actually works, according to the NGO, provided it's given the necessary resources to do so. And it seems that animals are actually taking fundraising for conservation and protection into their own hands. Stuart, I'm sure you remember the drunk raccoon from a few days ago here.
Never
We've all
forget
been
it.
there, drunk on the floor. He has since gone to raise $150,000 for an animal shelter in Virginia, or the animal shelter printed out merchandise of this raccoon, which obviously was incredibly popular online. I can show you a piece of this merchandise if you'd like to get it for Christmas. here. This is the Trash Panda merchandise. But if Trash Panda merchandise isn't enough, it turns out that octopuses might be on the brink of busking. This is news in the Washington Post that an octopus has learnt to play the piano. Musician Matthias Kranz taught him to play the piano over the course of 6 months. Now we have a video of Taco. Would you like to see it?
I'd love to see it. I'm waiting for the Beethoven.
Okay, let's have a look. This is him here. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but his little, I was going to say fingers, but those aren't fingers.
Tentacles.
Tentacles are pulling at the piano keys, 3D printed specially for him in that tag. I recommend you go and have a listen at their duet. It's very, very beautiful.
You can just give it music, can you? And it'll sing that for you?
Its repertoire includes Jaws and Under the Sea, apparently.
Excellent. Very nice. Emily with a press review. All the latest news coming up for you straight after the break. Don't go away. Well done.